The whereabout of Sebelaye Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, is unknown to Rivers State. He has not spoken to anybody. We have not seen him. We are demanding that Fubara should come on television if he's alive. Because we can observe that Nyesom Wike can go any length. And Mr. President is backing him. They can do anything to this young man. We want Rivers people demand to know his whereabouts and to know what is happening to him.
So what happened in Rivers State is a coup. And Nigerians must rise against this. The president of South Korea, like I said, was removed and is facing trial for declaring a martial law upon the country. So Tinubu ought to be removed and ought to be facing trial for treason. This is the treason we're talking about, not arresting children who do not know anything about removing a government and saying you want to try them for treason. This is the actual treason, and this is what should happen. Elected people should be very careful what they do, because power is not forever. One day they will account for all the things they are doing. So what happened in
work together in implementing the Supreme Court judgment and rule of law and seek his help if needed. No sooner had meeting held than the Home Minister of the Federal Republic Territory, FCT, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike provoked the air through a media chat where he abused and threatened individuals, communities, and ethnic nationalities in the Niger Delta. Central to that abuse and tribal degeneration was the Ijaw Nation and Pandef. Beyond that, the minister went on to make several unprintable comments on individuals, including our revered late Chief Senator Edwin Clark and several others. If there is any culprit who has inflamed the political atmosphere to push it to its present level, it is Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, the Home Minister of Federal Territory. Let it be known by all Nigerians, there are three parties in this matter: Governor Fubara, the Rivers State House of Assembly members, and Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the FCT. It is well circulated on electronic and social media that the explosions experienced in Gokana and on Nelga local government areas had earlier been predicted by Chief Barrister Wike on his media chat. He was quoted as saying, "What nonsense is that? Who told you Ogoni people cannot break pipelines? Who told you Ikwere people cannot break pipelines? Who told you Ikwere people cannot blow up pipelines?" The above statements were set up designed to create tension and disharmony, to create a perceived state of anarchy, and to make the president declare a state of emergency in Rivers State. For Mr. President to single out Sim Fubara and the honorable members of the Rivers State House of Assembly for suspension without taking any disciplinary action on his minister, Chief Nyesom Wike, for gross public misconduct is a clear miscarriage of justice, and it is condemnable. If Governor Fubara and the lawmakers are facing a 6-month suspension, It is only fair and just that Chief Barrister Wike, the Minister of FCT, should also face a similar 6-month suspension. This move will ensure that justice is served and that all parties involved in the unfortunate crisis are held accountable for their actions. It is on record that Governor Similaye Fubara made genuine efforts to present the budget as directed within the specified period. He wrote to the House through his SSG. It was rejected. He went to the House of Assembly himself, only to be locked out by the lawmakers. Following the development, the governor formally notified the Assembly of his intention to present the budget on March 19, 2025, or on any other date convenient to the House within the month. Despite all these efforts, the lawmakers failed to respond. Instead, they adjourned plenary indefinitely and returned on Monday, only to serve an impeachment notice to the governor and his deputy. These actions were clearly intended to prevent the governor from presenting the budget as directed by the Supreme Court and to provide a pretext for the president to impose a state of emergency as he has done now on Rivers State. The president's portrayal of Governor Sam Fubara as non-compliant, while disregarding the misconduct of the 27 House Assembly members, is misleading and unfair. By doing so, the president has created a narrative that places the blame solely on the governor, which is not the true position of the events. This biased perspective overlooks the role of the lawmakers acting apparently under the influence and direction of the Minister of FCT, thus perpetuating an unjust and on one-sided view of the situation. At Abalaba, Chief Nyesom Wike mobilized full strength of the Nigerian military for a simple social event. That is why the traditional institutions in Calabar Kingdom rejecting the event and calling for all social gatherings on that corridor to be cancelled in the best interest of peace. This move raises questions about Chief Wike's priorities and respect for traditional authority and for peace. Furthermore, it is clear that the lawmakers' non-compliance with the president's directive is linked to Chief Barrister Wike's alleged influence as they appear to be acting at his behest. The president's broadcast described Rivers State as a state without a government, implying a complete absence of government, law, and order. Regrettably, this characterization is quite misleading, especially considering the recent legislative activities in the state. Only last week, lawmakers hastily passed 3 bills and served this government and the deputy with impeachment notices. which appears that the arm of government is functioning, thus confirming that government business is ongoing. This move appears to be a tactical maneuver to discredit the government, giving it a bad name to justify the position of a state of emergency. Unfortunately, the president's statement has misinformed the public, creating an inaccurate narrative about the situation in Rivers State. The Rivers Elders and Leaders Forum acknowledges with due regard the President's authority to ensure peace and stability nationwide. However, it raises concerns when a key player in this crisis, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, is left untouched, unpunished, thereby undermining the sacred principle of fairness and justice. We stand in solidarity with the Nigerian Bar Association, Afenifere, and Nzendibu, Arewa Consultative Firm, PANDEF, the John National Congress, and other pro-democratic organizations and individuals across the country and beyond in condemning the unconstitutional, undemocratic, uncivilized invasion of Rivers State. To this end, we urge all like-minded individuals who champion good over evil to recognize that the threat to one part of Nigeria today may become a reality somewhere in the country tomorrow. We therefore invite all peace-loving Nigerians to join us in this fight for social justice and political freedom. We join the Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Sasimilaye Fubara, in appealing to calm, orderliness, and continued peace in Rivers State. Finally, we strongly urge the President to reconsider his decision in the best interest of fairness, justice, and constitutional democracy, and lift the state of emergency declared on the state. This move will ensure that the democratic...
It's a nullity. So, Tinubu is trying to breach the Supreme Court's judgment. Tinubu is trying to usurp the power of the National Assembly to make law. Tinubu is the executive. So Tinubu now wants to be the legislature, the judiciary, the executive in the issues of Rivers State. If this is not military dictatorship, if this is not a declaration of martial law, tell me what it is. Because rule of law means that government should do everything in accordance with the law. Which law has given Tinubu the rights to appoint a friend of his, or a stooge of his, or a loyalist of his, and overthrow the elected representative of Rivers people and use such people to govern Rivers State?